Harvey, the 4th overall pick from the 2024 Prospects draft. Can't win the draw for the Raiders. Tigers control right point. Van Mulligan swings it around to the near side boards. Is that cleared to center ice? Tigers hold back at their own blue line. Cousins drops to Van Mulligan, worked to his right and deflected hard up and out of play as the whistle couldn't control it on the backhand. Coots finds the loose puck and gets it to center for the Raiders.
Good active stick from Braden Coots as the Tigers started to cycle, as a stick was lost out of the hands of a Raiders forward, which created a bit of a 5-on-4.5.
Tigers find a puck at their own blue line. Van Mulligan plays it into the equipment of Cousins. That's dug free by Sievertson. Raiders hold. Kelly, point shot, missed high. The goal of Switzer. Coots net front, looking for a deflection, couldn't get a piece. Battle for the puck along the near boards inside the Tigers zone. Dug loose by Yaroslav Brizgalov. 12 points through 14 games here for the Tigers this postseason. He'll work it out to center ice as Cousins bats the puck towards the Raiders. United States paid dividends.
Yeah,
One's still here.
Absolutely. I mean, Ty Meunier came out of that draft class. You were able to send him to Calgary and get Brandon Gorzinski, who's not able to be here in the lineup for game 6, but good work done.
Tigers back into the offensive zone. Ruck twins out now with Davidson. Davidson with it in the right wing corner of the Raiders zone, gives behind the goal. Marcus Ruck in front. Davidson stole! Point blank by the left pad of Orshulak. Best chance so far in game 6 belongs to the Tigers. Raiders clear. Tigers shovel it right back in. Marcus Ruck on the half boards finds Wu at the left point. He'll walk the blue line, shoot to traffic, deflected, and a toe save by Orshulak. Don't think he saw it. Puck just happened to hit him, and the Raiders clear. Up ice, it's Oiring. He'll cut to the left, let a shot go, and a glove save Switzer. Rebound in the slot controlled by Medicine Hat.
Well, fair to say both pads are hot for Mikhail Orsulak. Kicked out the left on Davidson, kicked out the right on the redirect.
Jonas Wu stripped of the puck behind his own goal, but fortunately rolled to Noah Davidson. Connor Howe working in on that forecheck. Howe, the local to Prince Albert.
To get it on the offense and generate some forechecks and see if they can sift around with a couple great pad saves from Mikhail Orsulak already.
Tigers win the draw. Chip one down towards the net of Orshulak as it'll be controlled by Barrett, worked around the right wing boards and fed to center before it's swept back down by Medicine Hat's Nilipeka Muhanen. Orshulak again plays it up the boards to his right for Boychuk. Boychuk looks up ice for Connor Howe, and that pass well out of his reach will go. 8:40 left in the first. Tigers turn one over at center. In come the Raiders. Christensen drop pass Harvey, right circle. Wrist shot just missed high, blocker side. Rebound held at the left point. Heisey feeds down low for McHaggerty. Cut off by Van Mulligan and fed up ice for Noah Davidson. Davidson darts down the right wing into the Raiders zone. Drives wide on Orshulak. Centering feed stolen by Barrett as Liam Rock was tied up net front with Aiden Oiring. Raiders counter the other way. Down the left wing. Cripps in front for Doobie. Pass rolled out of his reach. Doobie recovers the rebound in the corner. Finds Barrett. Barrett sweeps down low for Owen Korkish. Korkish sees it roll over his stick as Jonas Wu there for the Tigers plays it up the wing. Cut back off by Doobie for the Raiders. Fed down to the Prince Albert captain, Aiden Oiring. Or not captain, it's Christensen, but a 20-year-old presence and leader. Oiring gives to Barrett at the right point. He'll spring past Marcus Ruck. Let a centering feed go. That's broken up. Tigers again can't clear. Held at the point by Barrett and swept to the right wing corner. Van Mulligan battles for the puck, digs it free to Liam Rock. Liam pinned up on the far wall, it's dug free. Oiring bumped off the puck by Wu. Puck rolls to the slot, found. Howe drags alone, shoots just high from inside the left circle. Tigers finally able to escape with the rebound as Liam Rock will gain the red line, chip and change. Drive, Cousins, just his second point of these playoffs, getting in on the secondary assist to help the Tigers take a 1-0 Game 6 lead. Just under 6 minutes to play in the opening frame. Tigers control behind their own net. Muhanen up the middle to Davidson. He'll look to split the Raider defense. Instead drops off Marcus Ruck, finds a trailing Liam. He shoots, saved by Orshulak, who knocked the rebound into the air and then snagged it themselves as we have a scrum forming in front of Orshulak. Davidson, the Ruck twins, Pickford and Wu out for the O-zone draw. Raiders emerge with the puck. Cripps clears to center, cut off by Pickford and chipped back into the Raider blue line. Cripps to his right, Kelly, cross center, chips it above the head of Wu and out of play.
They need to do a better job getting back into their systems across all three zones, moving their feet.
Raiders win the draw, one time off the stick of Sarkanoff. High to the net of Switzer as the Tigers will escape to center ice. Loose puck in front of the scorer's box, found by Braden Coots and swept into the Medicine Hat zone. Muhanen with it in the near corner for the Tigers. Work to the far wing for Van Mulligan. Battles with Coots for the loose puck as Liam Ruck able to knock it up the wing. Curl back to his own zone, give off to Muhanen. Stretched up the left wing to Marcus Ruck. Marcus across for Liam. Pass off skates, rolls to center as Wu will sweep that to the Raider blue line. Raiders work it to center. Davidson cuts it off. It rolls right back to Lyndon Barrett, who this time will go over the heads of everyone. Wu to center. Curls a pass to his left for Marcus Ruck. Final minute of play in the first period of game 6. 45 seconds left on a Tiger power play. Basha to the right point for Jonas Wu. Wu holds, gives back to Basha, right point. He'll cut to his left. Let a wrist shot go, just fluttered high the net of Orshilak. Davidson pinned in the corner by man. Marcus digs it free to the circle. That's found by the Raiders and cleared.
And you can hear the Co-op Place faithful begging for some shot volume as the Tigers get set up in the offensive zone on a couple looks. One too many passes, and it gets broken out.
Here comes Cade Stangram into the Raiders zone. Chips one down in behind the net of Orshilak. Takes it in the left wing corner. Receives a bump from Barrett. Puck picked up by McKegarty. He can't clear. Väisänen holds the line. 5 seconds left in the Tiger power play. Raiders clear it just past Väisänen to center. 12 seconds left in the first. Tigers back in. Bryzgalov up the middle of the ice. Gets clipped up high, and the Tigers will head right back to the power. Tiger power play, second of the night, brought to you by Grand Rental Station. 45 seconds gone in the middle frame. Tigers struggling here to gain the Raider blue line as a puck chopped back to center by Prince Albert.
In all series, the Raiders have done a great job on this Tiger top power play unit and shutting them down, limiting opportunities, and not giving up their zone for free.
Back in work the Tigers. Davidson inside the right point, finds Bryzgalov. Top of the left circle, pass off for Basha, broken up by Heisey. Bryzgalov able to hold the line, drag it down into the corner, where that'll be lifted into the...
Have the commissioner be so available, so thanks so much to Dan Neer for hopping on.
Big Memorial Cup coming up in 3 weeks' time as Pickford gets his helmet jarred off on the far boards. He has to head to the bench, and the Tigers hold in the offensive zone. Wu, top of the point, gives to the left wing circle for Van Mulligan. Drop back off for Wu at the point. 45 seconds left in the power play. Van Mulligan, low shot, they'll score! Noah Davidson, net front, tips the puck. 5-hole, 6th of the playoffs for Davidson, and the Tigers, a minute 15 into the second, are back in front, 2-1.
Layer them up now, shift after shift, as we work through the second.
Something we have seen this Tiger team do throughout the regular season and somewhat limited, but into the playoffs as well. Raiders win the defensive zone draw, manage a clear. Tigers will shovel it back in from center ice. Raiders control Daxon Rudolph in the right wing corner of his own zone, heads to center, gives up ice. Braden Doobie. Doobie chips one behind the net of Switzer. He's out to play the puck, feeds it quickly back up the boards. Rudolph cuts it off, it deflects in! Off the skates of Van Mulligan. The centering feed from Rudolph beats Switzer before he could get back.
Better job here in the second, structure-wise in their own zone, just not allowing a lot of free roam and not a ton of space for the Tigers to operate in.
Raiders will win the face-off. Hold at their own blue line. Marcus Ruck able to knock it free from the skates of Brock Cripps, but there to recover, Bennett Kelly for Prince Albert, who curls in behind his own net of Orshilak. Given to the right for Cripps and swept back to his left for McKegarty. Fans getting in behind their Tigers, who trail for the first time tonight. Raiders the other way. Heisey, right circle, laid off McKegarty. He'll walk, he'll shoot just above the blocker of Casey. Loose puck will roll all the way back inside the Prince Albert zone. Fed up ice as Heisey tips that into Tiger territory. It's corralled by Pickford behind his own net as the Tiger captain works a pass to his left for Jonas Wu, who opens the Game 6 scoring. Stretch pass to center for Liam Ruck, taken from his skates, given ahead for Davidson. Davidson now centering the Ruck twins in this second period, chips it inside the Raiders zone and peels to change. Raiders counter. Eligibility. One of 8 Tigers named to that list, the most of any Western Hockey League team, as the Tigers win the center ice face-off and sweep it down into the Prince Albert zone. Cripps in the right corner for the Raiders, up the wall. Siebertson touched ahead for Coots, already with the goal tonight. He'll give off to Sarkanoff. Sarkanoff down the wing, shoots! Saved by Casey.
From just a night, or 2 nights ago rather, in Game 5.
Feels like a bit more of a continuation of that third period where we saw the Tigers finally find it in Game 5, but too little, too late. Raiders will win the face-off, ice the puck, face-off.
Mikhail Orsolak, Carter Casey now in.
Tigers win the draw. Pickford in front, tipped and saved in tight. Left pad of Orsolak denied Davidson, who is streaking net front for his second of Game 6. Raiders will chip it down into the Tigers zone. Wu forced off the puck. It comes free to Ben Harvey. Harvey into the skates of Heisey. He'll look to the point, cycle down low as Pickford just had his stick knocked out of his, make that McKegarty stick knocked out of his hands as the Raiders sweep one back to the left point for Matches Man. Pickford and McKegarty still engaged in a battle. Raiders hold in the right corner. Now it's Harvey. Left off for Heisey. Heisey in the corner, pinned up on the boards by Jonas Wu. Puck comes free. Pickford will knock it loose and give up the wing for Liam Ruck. Liam to center, shift ahead for Davidson. He's kneed at the blue line. He's holding his knee and slow getting up. Arm remains down.
Noah Davidson got clipped in the middle of the ice.
Davidson back out there for the Tigers after taking a knee at the Raider blue line moments before the Raiders went to their second power play, which is currently the man advantage that is the difference maker in this game, courtesy of Oiring. Oiring out there for the Raiders, chips one down below the Tiger blue line. Pickford holds up Corkish, gives to his right for Wu, worked up the wing to Liam Rock, stretch to center for Davidson. In come the Tigers. Davidson cuts to the slot, onto the forehand, shoots. Glove save Orsolak, who holds it for a whistle.
Go-off plays faithful, not going to love it. There wasn't a ton there. It was kind of just body on body and the way the contact came. And hopefully everything's okay with Pickford.
Tigers win the draw, work into the zone. Liam Rock in the right circle. He'll play it behind the goal to Marcus. Given off to Davidson in the right corner. Davidson walks up the wall, finds Van Mulligan at the point. He shoots, that's blocked, rolls to Wu, left circle. Wu cuts to the slot, rolling puck, batted up and out of the zone by Corkish. Doobie pokes it around Van Mulligan. In come the Raiders, Doobie in front, Corkish streaking net front. Pass rolls out of his reach as Corkish will curl up the boards. Falls down, Tigers onto the rebound. They'll head to center, Liam Rock with Davidson. Liam down the right wing, pass to the corner for Davidson. He curls up the boards, gives a pass to Wu. That's intercepted by Corkish, cleared to center. Doobie down the left wing, crosses the Tiger line. Doobie shoots, scores! Braden Doobie, glove hand on Carter Casey. Chance Owen Corkish, shorthanded, curls in the circle, pass to the slot, poked into the corner by Oiring. Pickford working on Oiring as the puck will roll to the Tiger blue line, be batted back to the Medicine Hat zone as Basha gives ahead Marcus Ruck. Rink wide, Jonas Wu will skate to center, cross the Raider blue line, dish to Van Mulligan, who sweeps it to the left corner, rolls to Basha at the point. Basha to the corner for Marcus Ruck. Marcus to Basha, cross ice pass, bounces Van Mulligan to Wu in the right circle. A minute gone in the power play. Basha, right dot Van Mulligan, down low Davidson, knocked down, puck covered by Orsolak. A minute 45 gone in the third.
Much in tight on Orsolak.
Loose puck off the dot, touch to center, Braden Cooch, short-handed, partial break down the left wing of the Tiger zone. Heisey alone in front, backhander saved by Casey, covers it and realizes he's all alone and can keep play alive. Big short-handed save for Casey, keeps the Tigers within 3 early in the third of Game 6. Still on the power play, in comes Vicinen. Inside out on Christensen. Puck rolls to the right wing corner. Davidson after it for the Tigers. Flips it to the point for Brizgalov. Yaroslav Brizgalov on the half boards. Cross ice. Stingram shoots. He scores! 7 of the postseason.
Hope and something to hold on to for the Tigers. Keep churning away.
Hey, win every shift, right? If you keep winning every shift, you put yourself in position. Here's a sharp angle chance. Loose at the side of the net. Orsolak, a shoulder save. Loose puck below the goal line. Liam Ruck after it. It's found by Max Heisey for the Raiders. He'll step around a man to center. 3 wide across the Tiger blue line. Heisey to his right for Harvey. Touch to the corner. Heisey held up by Pickford. Board battle ensues deep in the Medicine Hat zone. Under or over 3.5 gone in the third period. Liam in his own zone. Tigers steal at center. Marcus Ruck down the right wing. Shoots. Blocked by Christensen. He'll give ahead. Braden Coots speeds down the left wing into the Tigers zone. Coots finds Sievertson. Shoots. Pad save. Casey. Rebound cleared by Medicine Hat.
Couple big stops from Carter Casey here in this third period to keep the Tigers within striking distance.
Game 6 as an opportunity to get real silly in a hurry. Tigers turn one over, centering feed out of the reach of Sievertson. Loose in the left corner, Vicinen can't clear. Barrett holds the line for the Raiders, gives down low. Sievertson battles with Steen. Steen crunched into the corner by Sarkanoff. Core able to steal. He'll head to center, too wide with Stangram. Stangram to center, shoots onto the goal of Orszalak from outside the blue line. Now halfway through this third period, Tigers within one here in game 6. Pass to the slot, Howe to the point, Kelly. Raiders holding the offensive zone. Kelly's shot hits a man, rebound fired high by Coots. Tigers will clear to center ice. Davidson on his horse, can't find the rolling puck. His Cripps will take it inside his own zone for the Raiders. Curl a pass to his left for Kelly, given back Cripps. Works up the middle, chipped off for Coots. In come the Raiders. Coots, Sarkanoff, one-timer and a shoulder save by Casey. Rebound in the corner in the skates of Sarkanoff. 9.5 left in the third period, potentially in the Tigers season if they can't get an equalizer. Raiders hold the line. Sievertson cycles down Sarkanoff, kicks it up to the point, held in Barrett. Feeds it in behind the net of Casey. Tigers with it. Davidson bodied up by Sievertson. Puck picked up by Jonas Wu, the Tiger defenseman. Work to center, Marcus Ruck on to Liam, who rips it off a chip and change. Davidson now out with McCann and Newtons. It's whoever has the most energy getting thrown out there for the Tigers. Odd man rush Raiders. Boychuk, right wing, drags, waits, falls, shoots, scores! Second of the night. Albert leads game 6 with a chance to advance to the league final to take on Everett on Friday. Tigers back into the zone. Brizgalov to the corner for Stangram. Crunched into the corner by Christensen. Rolls free to Davidson. Stangram gets it back. Pass to the point. Wu, 20 seconds left in the power play. Wu to Stangram. He shoots. Blocked, goes wide. Van Mulligan recovers the rebound. Gives to his left. Stangram, 10 seconds left. Stangram to the corner. Davidson back to Stangram. Penalty coming against the Tigers. They're going to here in game 6, more importantly, to keep their season alive. Raiders chip it back down into the Tigers zone. Davidson picks it up in the corner. He'll give up the wing. Marcus Ruck back off to Davidson. Casey follows the play up ice. Casey to his right. Liam Ruck gives into the right wing corner for Davidson. Crunched into the corner by Christensen. Davidson falls down. Puck picked up. Liam Ruck to the right point now. Pickford to Liam. He shoots, deflected just wide. Marcus onto the rebound. He'll curl in the corner. Give to McCann. Off for Wu in the left dot. High slot. Pickford rolls under his stick to center. Foot race for the puck. Corkish after it. Pickford will get to it, chop it to the Raider line. They'll go for the empty net. Pickford swings and misses, can't bat it away. Now Harvey goes for the empty net, but icing called against the Raiders with 1:25.